we go. It's the grand finale. Man.
Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Islam, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, Islam, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Y'all made me do it, ain't wanna do it. Try to work the job when I was going through it. I said hit the streets, ain't wanna hit the streets, you wanna stay in the temple. Same speech, same talk, same bark, no bite. Well alright, I'm to Hijacking and I'ma handle that. My prophet spoke to me, said handle that. Now I'm front and center, front line. Look at y'all, wanting mine, but it ain't mine, it's God plan, a law plan. Oh man, 2016, all you gonna see is Prophet Noble, True Ali, old Moors, step aside, 34, come on, let's ride. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. You were visited by a prophet of God, and you mean to tell me we can't go hard? I'm a more of old, the one who rode the elephants over the Alps in the cold. Even went to Spain, rearranged the terrain, even tried to civilize Cain. Now cipher 2016, I'ma show you what this mean. My tassel roll 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? Do you know I look up the form and bay? I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophets, I'll profit more. Stop it more. I hold in the world and make me drop it more. Now drop it more. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Yeah, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Between you and I am the wise. You never measure up in your household.
Let's go.
Teach anybody but you. When the people that love you, they don't believe you. Probably think you got jail religion.
Huh?
Need to wash off that stench of prison.
Huh?
Speaking of prison,
Huh?
that's all y'all attract.
What?
Talking about the children and y'all act that.
Go, Scott, that.
I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the law gives you vision.
No government grant and no food stamps. Know how to build a temple from watching the ants and watching my prophet and listen to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all. Talking all Moors. Walk around broke with nothing to show for it. Oh!
It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey, Moors.
Hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors.
Islam. Islam.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey, Moors.
Hey Moors, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah,
Y'all ready?
it's a new day for the Moors. Stop screaming, bragging
About your
greatness. 34th generation
About your
fakeness. They don't really care about the bill of Granada. They primary for Gucci, Prada.
Who you uplifting?
Nothing, nada,
Who you uplifting?
nothing, nada,
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
nothing, nada. Can't relate because your mind state is coded for the past. If you flex, I will blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming more trans.
But before they learn to love, they see something to say. So watch your side, cause I got the hammer, probably like Jesus. I'm a Drew Ali apostle, don't get hostile, cause ain't no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh! Y'all get your live stream tickets yet?
Hey Moors, hey Moors,
Huh?
it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam,
Y'all ready?
it's a new day for the Moors.
Come on, man, we in the building.
Oh yeah, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors, it's a new day
Yes,
for the
sir.
Moors. Oh yeah, Islam, it's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, time for the Moors to stand up.
Stand up.
We've been in the background too long. It's a new day for the Moors today.
Did you know that?
To Hijacking.
It's a new day, family. It's a new day. Let me share this link a couple more times, and then we gonna get at it, family. I'm telling you, this one might make a little people upset. It might get you a little bit upset. It might get you a little bit upset. So again, if you can't stomach, this week has been a week, family. Y'all been in the building? Man, hold up, man. Y'all been in the building. Let me go and share this real quick. Let me go and share this real quick and get back to y'all real quick. Give me a minute. Let me get back to y'all. Let me take y'all to from black to Moorish. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me take y'all from black to Moorish. I just playing, man. Hey, y'all don't be like playing no stuff. You know what I mean? Hey.
Where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you. If I get you in my arms, then my heart escapes you. See, I'm a Moorish king, so I'm quite unique. I wanna speak to your heart from my heart where along me. Your physique impresses, but I prefer dresses. Trevor wrapped around your head and then
y'all know what it is.
I wanna travel with your mind back to the essence. But things are in the thought, and we can manifest that. But first we must attack that black. That's where the death at. But now we won't stress that. Let's move to perfection. Let me be your angel when I'm your protection. I just wanna take you. Queen, let me take you. Sister, let me take you.
The music low.
Sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you. I just wanna take you from black to Moorish. Let's go. Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish.
Is it low now? Let's go. Hey.
Let me take you from black to Moorish.
Hey. Hey.
Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish. You should let me take you from black to Moorish.
Allah know they can't compare.
No matter how many
What?
breasts
Or the fake hair. Let's go. Come on. We turn it up. We getting ready.
I'm no man, custom made by Allah just for you.
Can't wait to make the babies in the best review.
When I'm next to you,
The Quran come alive.
duty of a husband.
Verse 4 and 5.
Let's climb the 12-step ladder and strive to the pinnacle.
Hey.
Allah
Yeah, let's get it right.
was only popping over
Drew Wiley.
Get out the heat and sit with me
Under the big tree. Let's talk about the soul of man. Huh?
Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just wanna take you.
Oh, y'all need to take it back.
Take you.
Let me take it back for y'all, man. This is what y'all need to tell the sister.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and welcome to Black People. We've got lots to cover from much-awaited improvements in manual
Yeah.
copyright claims.
This is what y'all need to tell the sisters. I need to belong to someone. Where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you.
If I get you in my arms,
Huh?
my heart is in you. See, I'm a Moorish king, so I'm quite unique. I wanna speak to your heart from my heart where along me. Your physique impressive, but I prefer
Hold on.
Turban wrapped
Hold on,
around
fam.
your head and
Hold up, family. Give me a minute, man. I gotta walk y'all through this one. I gotta walk y'all through this one, man. Listen. I know a lot of people out here are trying to get Moorish sisters, and let me tell you something. I'm about to put you up on something, all right? I'm about to help y'all out before we start the show. While we share this, I'm about to put y'all up on something. Work with me real quick. I'm about to put y'all up on something right now. Y'all gonna work with me? Everybody thumbs up, man. Work with me, man. I got you. Just work with me. Everybody thumbs up. I hope y'all got y'all live stream tickets. You know what I'm saying? Look. Rob Wilkendale's coming at Islam, family. Because she in that black divorce thing. She want to mess with me. But listen to me. All right. He said, more you panting in the left ear only, and your volume is low. Can everybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Tell me if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, oh, I know what it is. I turned the mic down earlier. I was recording something earlier. How about now? Can you hear me now? I'm ready to put y'all up on game right now. It ain't game. Can you hear me now? Cause I did turn the mic down. Kind of. Let me check my tweeters. Can you hear me now? Yeah. All right. Serving and collected. Look. Here we go. Hold on. Let me open my demonstration up, man. I gotta put y'all up on something, man. I mean, that's what I gotta do. Cause y'all playing. Y'all think it's a game. I mean, y'all think it's a game. So look, I gotta put y'all up on something, right? So look, I hope y'all got y'all live stream tickets for Saturday. Cause I gotta spend tomorrow early making sure everybody get the setup, get the hookup right. So this hijacking of the nation is the theme I've been doing for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. All my shows been consistent about this as I dispense this information. But before I go, I was like feeling this song right now. So I'm gonna put y'all up on game. Look, everybody that I be knowing, you know what I mean? They be wanting a Moorish sister, right? And so, fam, I'm gonna tell you, this how you got to do it. See, man, y'all don't be believing me. This how you got to do it, right? If you want a Moorish sister, you know what I mean, or you want a sister that potentially would be conscious within the Moorish thought, you got to listen to this song, because I wrote this song, I demonstrated this song, right? And then Allah delivered it to me. This song is magical. I'm the Magi. Listen, I'm going to break it down to you. This song is magical. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to narrate it. It says, I need to belong, check it out, to someone as hurts to belong. It hurts to be known as no one. Check it out. I'm gonna rock you. Hey, listen, this song is magical. It brought, look, it did what it's supposed to do. And I'm trying to put you on. If you're a brother and you need a Moorish sister, you need to get this song. Check it out. Bring love into my world. Check it out.
Where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you. If I get you in my arms, will my heart escape?
It says, where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you. If I get you in my arms, will my heart escape you? See, I'm a Moorish king, so I'm quite unique. I want to speak to your heart from my heart where Allah meets. Your physique impressive, but I prefer dresses. Turban wrapped around your head. Huh? M.A. Crescent. Yeah, you like the BS. I want to feed you lessons. I want to travel with your mind back to the essence, where things are made of thought, and we can manifest that. But first we must address that black. That's where the death at. For now, we won't stress that. Let's move to perfection. Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. Let's go.
You see, I'm a Moorish king, so I'm quite unique. I want to speak to your heart from my heart where Allah meets. Your physique impressive, but I prefer dresses. Turban wrapped around your head, M.A. Crescent. Yeah, you love the BS. I want to feed you lessons. I want to travel with your mind back to the essence, where things are made of thought, and you can manifest that. But first we must address that black. That's where the death at. But now we won't stress that. Let's move to perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just want to take you. Queen, let me take you. Sister, let me take you. Sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you. I just want to take you from black to Moorish. See, you got to take her from black to Moorish. You know what I'm saying? It said, Queen, let me take you. Sister, let me take you. I just want to take you from black to Moorish. Let's go. Hey, do my Snoop Dogg. Huh? Hey! See, let me take you from black to Moorish. Hey, we're gonna break this down. Check it out. Hey, huh? Check it out. Listen to what I said. Allah know they can't compare. It says, Allah know they can't compare. No matter how many butt, breast implants or the fake hair. All the skimpy garments are garbage to a Moorish man. Just an illusion, make no confusion. I'm your man, custom made by Allah just for you. Can't wait to make them babies in the vestibule. When I'm next to you, the Quran come alive. Duty of a husband, verse 4 and 5. Let's climb this 12-step ladder and strive to the pinnacle of wisdom. Allah's a guide. Through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Get out the heat, sit with me under the fig tree. Let's talk about the soul of man and perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just want to take you. Let's go. A garbage for a Moorish man. Just an illusion, make no confusion. I'm your man, custom made by Allah just for you. Can't wait to make the babies in the vestibule. When I'm next to you, the Quran come alive. Duty of
of a husband, verse 4 and 5. Let's strive to sell step ladder and strive to the pinnacle of wisdom, a law for God. Do his holy prophet, know what you wildly. Get out the heat and sit with me under the fig tree. Let's talk about the soul of man and perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just wanna take you, sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you from black to Moorish. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Who gonna see the Moor, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me take you from black to Moorish. Let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly. It say, let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly after making salat. Break bread at the vegan spot on Utah. Break down the science. Hold up. Vegan spot near Utah. Break down the science of prayer and break bread at the vegan spot near Utah. Break down the science of prayer and Jumar. That's what I said. Let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly after making salat. Break bread at the vegan spot on Utah. Break down the science of prayer and Jumar. Break down the science of prayer and Jumar. Hey, family. Hey, family, I'm trying to tell you now, you gotta be careful. Listen. Anybody want that song, you can make a $2 donation. That's right, $2 donation. That's right, to Noble Temples, but put your email in. Put your email in so I can Noble Temples. Anybody want that? Put your email in so I can send it to your email. Cash App, Noble Temples, $2. That's right. Help build this nation. At least you're getting something. At least you're getting something. You help me, I'm helping you. Look, for song. Put for song. Black the Moorish. Feel what I'm saying? For song, B to M. We're gonna say B to M. And send the Cash App. Put your email. Put your Great Navy in the building. Put your email and $2 Cash App for the song B to M. But let me tell you something. You gotta be real careful about that song. Now I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why you gotta be careful about that song, because you might make an addition to your family. Since I made that song, I've made an addition to the Johnson Bay clan. You feel me? I made an addition. I made an addition to the Johnson Bay clan, to the Hijacking Bay clan. So you gotta be careful with this song. Now, I don't know if Raphael Hakeem Bey want to get that song. I don't know if he want to get that song. I'm trying to tell you, because you already in the house. But now, you listen to that song, you're going to have an additional in the house. I'm trying to tell you, I know these things. You know what I mean? See, he want an addition. He want a little Raphael. Okay, you ain't going to blame me, and the Mobiters ain't going to be mad at me. Yeah, the little Hakeem Bey running around, and you gonna be talking about the Hijacking Bay. Man, I gotta pick up these toys. Cause that's what I gotta do. Listen, family, you gotta work all day. You know what I mean? Then you gotta pick up toys. You know what I mean? And then when the Mobiters get mad at you, she gonna take the baby and say, "Go with your father." Just like that. And then Hijacking Bay be sitting at the computer getting ready for a show with Lil Leamy right here. Lil Leamy be right here. I'm trying to put the slides together for the show. Lil Aleem, that's right, Aleem Boaz Johnson Bay. He be sitting there, like, man, I'm not with all this Moorish World TV stuff. Daddy, that's for you. I'm trying to go in and bang on a few things, tear a little something off the tables. I'm trying to pull something off the walls, and you got me sitting up here in this chair trying to put slides together. That's why I'm going to beat up your keyboard, and you ain't going to get nothing done. You better call my mama. Hey, that's what I go through. This real talk. You see Rob Wilkindale's in there laughing, because that's real talk. He beat up my keyboard. I can't get nothing done. I mean, and then I gotta. So if y'all get that song, don't be blaming me, because I ain't gonna be in the middle of this stuff. I'm trying to tell you now. So family, we gonna have a good show tonight. Family, we gonna have a real good show tonight, all right? All right, we gonna have a good show tonight. Anybody been enjoying the shows lately? Has anybody been enjoying the shows lately, man? Can I get a 1 if y'all been enjoying the shows lately? Huh? Has anybody been enjoying the shows? Can I get a thumbs up? And I get a 1 if y'all been enjoying the shows lately? Family, because tonight we're going to talk about, this is the grand finale leading up to the presentation coming in Philadelphia. I hope y'all got y'all tickets. You can also get your tickets for the live stream at Cash App Noble Temples. I hope y'all been enjoying the shows. And I call it a show, family, because I really can't teach to the fullest extent with, giving brief highlights on a Moorish World TV show platform on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I won't ever go far in depth on YouTube, but, you always can join the temple. Peace, Lamar Bay, Islam, Great Navy in the building. I mean, matter of fact, is that the real Great Navy? Let me see if that's the real Great Navy. If that's the real Great Navy, I got a surprise for y'all come on Sunday. I got the head of the Great Navy. We gonna be meeting up on Sunday. Now, I stay working. You know what I'm saying? I got the head of the Great Navy. Who the head of the Great Navy, Lamar Bay? Who the man? Who is it? That's right. Matter of fact, I should call him up right now. That's my brother there. You know what I mean? So family. Hey, we be together this Sunday. So look, family. This show here is, sometimes you ever wonder, like, man, if you are a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and everybody claims to be authentic, everybody claims to be the original, everybody claims to be the one who has the authority from the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't claim that. Me and the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, affectionately styled as the Noble Temples, we don't claim that. So if somebody was to ask me, are you a part of a grand body? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And when I would say, if I say that, in some circles, that would disqualify me from teaching Moorish science due to the past prejudices of the Moorish Science Temple of America ideal that has been perpetuated with a lie. Many people would disqualify me. You feel what I'm saying? However, I'm very much qualified. And I don't use past prejudices to qualify what I'm doing. You follow what I'm saying? And so I do what I've studied the Prophet did. That's my measuring stick. My measuring stick is not what some sheik of today, not what some brother claimed to be a sheik of today, not what some head of today telling me to do. That's not my qualification. I respect all, don't get it twisted. I take advice from all too, don't get it twisted. But the measuring stick of my leadership and the guide of my life is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He was the prophet of God. And he continues to be the prophet of God if he's alive with you as he is with me. So that's my measuring stick. And so I look at history and I say, okay, if the Moors did exactly what the prophet did and they were successful, then y'all may have heard this spill before, then maybe we're not doing exactly what the prophet did, and maybe that's why we're not being successful as it relates to the prophet's movement. You know, I want to be a part of $1 million society. I'm not tripping off that $1 million is not a lot of money in this day and time. But what I'm talking about, $1 million economy. If we can start off to get $1 million in rotation between Moorish Americans proclaimed, that's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment. And so we're not saying that $1 million is a lot of money. But what I am saying is that $1 million economy is a start. And that just means that our dollar will rotate through us as it expand or grow, if you will. And so that's what I'm working towards, you know, because that's what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali did. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali took people's, as a brother mentioned to me, he said, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali took the Prophet's dues and reinvested it. And that's what we do. They reinvested it in themselves. They reinvested in their community of Moors. Listen, I know people want to try to say Moors should do this and should do that. Yeah, we should go out to this place and do this and do that. But the thing is that the Moorish Science Temple of America is a society when ran like the prophet. And so because it is a society, there should be an economy within that society. Moorish Science Temple of America is a nation. Again, there should be an economy within that nation. Yeah, Hakeem Bey, they've been going crazy about Popeye chicken sandwiches. Like somebody, man, that straight Negro on that demonstration, you know. So let me answer a question. Way page 73 say thoughts on ADOS. My thoughts on ADOS is a little bit complex. Now, I be thinking at one time that ADOS is the way to go. Don't get it wrong. But I do think the name have to be adjusted. You know what I mean? I think the name have to be adjusted. Due to the simple fact that the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches me that when we subscribe ourselves or describe ourselves under labels such as slave, that's another black eye. I think the title need to be changed. This is just my opinion. Because, in fact, everybody was not subjugated to slavery with the whip on the back. Listen to me real quick. Everybody wasn't subjugated to slavery with the whip on the back. But in fact, everybody was subjugated to some mental slavery. Everybody didn't come over here on no ship. And everybody is not a direct descendant of a slave. Family, history has been lied to us. So to say descendants of slaves, all of us here are not descendants of slaves. Everybody wasn't slaves. That's an outright lie. During the writing of the Constitution, there was Moors there. In the ratification of the Constitution, there was Moors there. Moors voted in 15 states during the ratification of the Constitution. Moors was free. Moors was free during the time of slavery. And Moors was enslaved too. So I just think they need to revisit it so everybody can benefit on the back end. See, it's like me admitting that I'm a slave, but there is no concrete evidence of that. Or I'm descendants of slaves. What type of slavery are we? I think it's just a conversation that needs to be had, and I think it needs to be revisited. So, I think one of the bigger conversations is that if there's going to be some sort of payment, land, money, whatever, I think the bigger conversation is, when will we have a central location or a central authority to manage the distribution of any payout of what it may be? You feel me? We don't even have a central authority. So-called black people, so-called descendants of slaves, so-called Negroes, and even Moors don't even have a central bank. They don't even have a central bank. They don't have a central authority. They don't even have a leader. So, we as the Moorish Temple of America, affectionately styled as the Noble Temples, I understand that the dichotomy between this conversation. And we are working towards and building up to the level where we can represent at least us. But we can't represent everybody because everybody is not going to fall in line. That's just what it is. You see? That's just what it is. And so, when we're able to prove that we have been subjugated to the principles of slavery or to the actual experience of slavery, and there is going to be some compensation, there's going to have to be a central location. There's going to have to be a central authority. Without that, that's just a conversation. That's just a conversation. It is what it is. But family, right now we're talking about the hijacking of the nation, right? And what happened to the Moorish Temple of America? You follow me? So, we about to get into it. What I'm going to be talking about tonight is what happened to the Moorish Temple of America. But I'm going to be enlightening you on a few brief things that you should be able to ask your leadership. And this is particularly, you know what I'm saying that right? For those who think that they have the authority. Many people think that they are the only authorized person to teach Moorish science. Do y'all understand that? How many people understand people believe that? I mean, press 1 if you are familiar that in the Moorish paradigm, you have at least 3 people claiming that they are the only one authorized. Did y'all see that? Shout out to Wade Pay 73. Peace, family. Peace and love, family. Do y'all understand this? What I'm saying? Now, listen. I love Moors. I favor Moors. I'm number 1 with Moors. All places, but we need the truth. We need the truth, family. And the reason why I do what I do, so we can get to the facts, you know, and so we can correct our errors. But there is at least 3 groups, maybe 4, that claim that they are the sole authority and no one else has authority to teach Moorish Science Temple of America. This is a fact. So, if that be the case, we're gonna pose some questions for those. We're gonna pose 5 questions for those. And I think y'all gonna enjoy this. So, and it's not necessarily in this order. All right? It's not necessarily in this order. But think about these questions. These are something to ponder on. If you claim to be the original, if you claim to be the sole authority to teach Moorish Science Temple of America as the Moorish Science Temple of America, and you claim to be the original, unbroken, since 1926, then you should be able to answer these questions. And you shouldn't be offended because you claim to be original. So, let's go. Because you claim to be original, you should be able to answer these questions. I know people going to be mad at me, but it's okay. Let's get to the good part. So let's start with, and not necessarily in this order, let's start with this one first. If you are the original, never broken since 1926, as people like to claim, if you are the original, I ask, where is the original financial records of the Moorish Science Temple of America? Where is the original? Where is the profit bank account ledger and checkbooks for the MST of A? Now let me explain to you. I could not get the spent check, but there is checks written by the prophet that D. Belial have, that Braswell Bay have. There's checks written by the prophet. I got a picture of one, I just couldn't dig it up in my computer. So we know that the prophet had a checking account because he wrote checks. Now, if you are the original, unbroken, you the real deal, you A1 from day one since the time of the prophet, that you claim that you are the authority of the Moorish Science Temple of America, you are the man. Where are the original financial records of the Moorish Science Temple of America? 1926, 27, 28, 29. I bet you no one can show you that. Now, let me tell you something. Some people would say, well, why would they show you the financial records? You know why? Because it's public information. Financial records has always been shown in the Moorish Science Temple of America. It's public information. Period, point blank. I've showed financial records in the Moorish Science Temple of America tons of times. You know what I mean? It's just public information. Matter of fact, in most Moorish Science Temple of America, they actually read the financial records to the meeting. So that's not an issue. That's not an issue. So, if you claim to be the original, that's number 5. That's number 5. And this is the reason why we need to see the original financial records. How much was the Prophet Noble Drew Ali worth? How much was the Moorish Science Temple of America worth? See, you got to understand, the Moorish Science Temple of America is a public religious corporation. Records are not sealed like that. It don't work like that. So, where are the financial records? Now listen, I did a show not so long ago where I was talking about the Prophet in 1916, if I'm not mistaken. And the Prophet got locked up. You follow me? Hey, listen, Braswell Bay have a lot of that stuff in the hot box, but most of what he has, he got originally from D. Belial. Ain't none of that in no hot box. Brother, all he doing is recycling the same stuff. He recycling the same stuff. He recycling the same stuff. I've been around a long time, and all he doing is recycling the same stuff. Ain't nobody seeing that stuff. I know people talk about this hot box. I mean, my brother, Belial, the one that put it together. I know what's in the hot box. I know exactly what was in there. Matter of fact, I got the list from Belial what's in there. He ain't got that. I just told you. I have the list from D. Belial. I talk to Belial almost every 2 weeks. I have the list. Belial put it together. This is a fact. This is a fact. Nobody can deny this. And you know what? This is public information. If you got Belial's number and you talk to him, if you talk to him, Belial will tell you. He don't have that. Know what I mean? Listen to me. Over almost 15 years, the brother has been talking about this hot box. But over 15 years, he's still reading the same letters. He's still reading the same letters from Blakely Bay. He's still reading the same letters from F. Nelson Bay. He's still showing the same charters with no signatures on them. He's still showing the same charters tattered up. And those not even the Prophet's charters. He's still putting on the gloves and showing the same. He just recycling it, brother. You fall for that? Do you fall for that? If you've been around long enough, you know and I know that stuff is just recycled. A stack of letters like this, maybe you didn't read them all. But how long have you been around? How long have you been around? I've been around since 1990. How long have you been around? Brother, I've been to the history class in Chicago. I've been to the history class in Baltimore. I've watched every video. I've done my homework. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave that alone because this ain't about him. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to tell you what Braswell Bay told me, and then I'll leave it like this. Braswell Bay told me that he had the minutes of every meeting from 1926 unbroken to 2019. Now, you believe that too. Meaning that 28, 28. From 1928 convention, every year, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2000. Every year, he got the convention minutes. That's what he told me. You believe that too? Come on, man. We believe in the mystery God. The prophet say, return the church back to Christianity. Returning the church means that state of mind where you believe in a spook. Make them show and prove. You're going to argue with me and say, that's what you believe. Brother, I'm telling you what's fact. I can show and prove what I'm talking about. Anything I say, I can show and prove. You know what I'm saying? I will never say something that I can't show and prove, or at least bring enough evidence to make it seem likely, to make it be likely, if you will. You know, you would have to disqualify my evidence, but I will bring enough evidence, even for that argument, Brother Sadiq L. Even for that argument, I would take every video and I would show you how the information and what you call the archives are simply recycled. You follow me? Simply everyone is recycled. And I can show you year after year after year. But if you claim that you are the original, let me explain something to you even further. Bailey L did not have everything either. That's my brother. I love some Bailey L. That's my brother. I can pick up the phone and call him right now. But Bailey L did not have everything. Because let me explain something to you. When you understand the hijacking of the nation, you will understand that, brother, I'm going to leave that alone, brother, because I'm not going to make it about them. I'm telling you what I know. You can believe in the spook if you want, brother. You know what I mean? You can believe in the spook if you want. I'm telling you what I know. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, my Mobaita, she on here right now. She said, Islam, blow, Latimer, obey. She know I pick up the phone and call Bailey L at will. You know what I mean? But if that's what you want to believe, if you want to believe Jesus coming and going to take you up in the rapture, okay. Okay. That's the A. I mean, I'm returning to church and in those principles. I mean, I'm returning to church and all those principles. Okay. Brother, you want to come on the show and go toe for toe? You want to come on the show and go toe for toe? I bet you don't want to do that. And I will show you everything recycled. I guarantee you I can show you twice of everything that he presented. He presented it over 3 times. Nothing new. Nothing new. Come on, man. But anyway, let's move on. So, if you're saying that you are the original, then we should have the financial records to show the climb or the decline of the Moorish movement since its inception. It should be public information. It should be public information. You feel what I'm saying? It should be public information. So that's number 1. Number 2, see, I'm going to stop you from believing in this spook before this show over right here. Number 2, all right, let's go with number 9. Number 9, if you say that you are the original and you have inherited the movement, now I asked this one for a reason. Where are the prophets, priestly robes, charms, and turbans? You know how many people was at the funeral, right? I mean, you know how many people was at the funeral, right? You know how many people was at the funeral, right? You know who was at his deathbed, so to say, right? Where are the prophets' priestly robes, charms, turbans, rings, etc.? Where is it? If you say that you inherited the movement, you inherited the movement. You are the official leader. You are the official owner of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Where are the artifacts? Where are the artifacts? I bet you we can find George Washington wig. I guarantee you we can find George Washington wig. Family, I can show you 9 times out of 10 what happened to this. And I can show you documented proof of what happened. I can show you documented proof what happened. That's right. And I'm going to tell you something. Somebody lived a few doors down from the prophet, got this here. Somebody lived a few doors down from the prophet, got that. The likelihood that this person a few doors down from the prophet got that. I mean, yeah. And I can name the name. This is how deep my research is, Sadiq L. I don't put everything on YouTube. I'm not speculating. I got stuff to back my claims. I got stuff to back my claims. But, back to my point. If you claim to be the original, and you have inherited the movement from the prophet, right? Then you should have inherited everything that came with it. Now, we know there is no group of Moors that have an unbroken, there is no group of Moors that have an unbroken succession. None. There is no group of Moors. None. I'm going to say it again. I don't care what a piece of paper say. I can prove it. There is no group of Moors that have an unbroken succession of leadership. As they claim, there is none. Listen, in order to play the game on the people, that's a lie too, brother. You're wrong. Brother, do you want the link and come up here? Are you from the ink? That's a lie too. Are you from there? I'm not gonna debate you if you don't represent them. I represent anybody that represent them. That's a lie too. That's a lie. That's a lie. You don't know your Moorish history. You know what I mean? You don't know your Moorish history. You don't know your. Do you want to come on the show? Huh? You don't know your Moorish history. You don't know it. You guessing. Now I know you guessing. You know what I mean? Now I know you guessing. Now I know you guessing if you say yes they do. Now you extremely guessing. Okay. I'm going to give you the phone number. And I'm only going to say one thing to you. Let me give him the number real quick. I'm going to say one thing to you, and I'm going to show you that you're wrong. Now. But I want to hear what you have to say first. Let me get the thing up. I like this. Watch this, family. Watch out. And I ain't even going to show no documentation. I might show one thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Real quick. Let me voice. Because this going to make it interesting. That's right. Everybody share this. This going to be interesting. Since he thinking you don't know your Moorish history. You know what I mean? You going off speculation. I'm going off what I know. You know what I mean? Here we go. All right. You're going off speculation. I'm going by what I know. You know what I mean? Hey, don't nobody call this. Let him call this number. Don't nobody call this. You know what I mean? Oh, no, but I got the proof. 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 I mean, brother, this just, bro, oh my goodness, I'm about to give you. Now, I'm going to show you one thing. I'm going to show you one thing and shut you down. I can show you one thing and shut you down. You know what I mean? I can show you one thing and I can shut anybody down. Brother, just because I'm hooping and hollering, don't think I'm a clown. The phone waiting for you. Now, interrupted my show. I don't go while you up there doing your thing, interrupting you. I mean, look at you. See, there it is. Brother, I'm not going to debate you. I'm gonna prove a solid point that'll shut you and anybody else down. Brother, I don't get up here just to pay lip service. I'm defending the prophet. The prophet Noble Drew Ali tells us, he said, stand in the defense of the gospel. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me show you something, brother. I don't know what your papers say. call yet? Did he call yet? Oh, he ain't called yet? Listen, fam, let me tell you something. You see me? Listen. This is my divine ministry papers. Listen what it say. Listen what it say. Whosoever receiveth these ordination papers is to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Teach men the holy and divine laws, and to obey the laws of the government, because our principle is to uplift fallen humanity. You are to set aside temple through the guidance of the prophet. Stop right there. I want you to hear something real quick. All right? It's a warrant of authority that I received from Belial. Another warrant of authority I received from Belial. What is this? Certificate of appointment I received from Belial. Where are my divine minister papers? I think they at the temple. I got divine minister papers. I got ADAP papers. And all of these papers pay homage to standing in the defense of the gospel. So I've done plenty research so I can defend this gospel. I've done plenty of research so I can defend this gospel. This is years of accolades right here. This is years of accolades. This is not, I mean, brother, just stick with me. Just stick with me. Just stick with me. You ain't got to believe me, because belief is what man think is true. Just stick with me and watch it unfold. Brother, if you knew me from 2 years ago, or watched me 2 years ago, you would watch the unfolding of where we going with this. But anyway, let's go to it. At the end of this, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give a rhetorical question and allow you to answer your own question or your own assumption, thinking that it hasn't been broken. At the end of the show, let me write me a note. Let me write me a note so I don't forget, because I ain't going to be long tonight. I'm going to write me a note. All right? And this going to be a bomb. I'm going to ask a rhetorical question. That's all. I'm going to ask a rhetorical question, and I'm going to have you answer it for yourself. All right. Here we go. Let's keep it moving. So, if you claim to be the original, then you should have, you was at the funeral. What did they do with the prophet clothes? Is it written? Where are the minutes to the funeral? Oh, let's get to number. Let's go. Let's go to the next. Okay. Now, y'all ready? 9. All right. I think we did. Let's see. Let's look at. Okay. Is this it? All right. Let me see this. All right, let's do this. If you are the original and claim sole authority, now the question I ask, where are the original minutes? Now listen, I am not talking about minutes from 1928 to 2019. Where are the original minutes? Now, if you know Moorish history, and if you know Moorish, how the Moorish Science Temple of America functions, then you know that minutes are always recorded. Anybody know that? In the Moorish Science Temple of America, every time there's a meeting, minutes are recorded. So I'm asking, do we have just one temple meeting minutes? 2, 3, 4, 5? You know how many meetings that the prophet had at temple number 1? Huh? But there is not one. There is not one booklet, folder that says temple 1 minutes. Not one. And I'm talking about 26, 27, 28. Where is it? If you have inherited the Moorish Science Temple of America, you should have these minutes. We ain't even talking about after 28. We ain't even talking about that. This even go to Sadiq L. I bet you they can't even show you that. Where are these minutes? Woods Hill, I can tell you where they at for real. Woods Hill, I ain't gonna say it tonight, but I'll let you know. Where are these minutes? If you are the original. See, this is the hijacking, family. Man, we sold out. We have been sold out, and we sticking with it. We sticking with it. Instead of coming together and building what the prophet left, we sticking to the fact that we've been sold out. And we become a part and parcel of being sold out. And then we start to make up lies and say, well, nah, this is what happened. This is what happened. Nah. Listen, if this is a holy and divine movement, the minutes are taken for a reason. The reason that minutes are taken, minutes are just not taken just for memory. Minutes are literally a legal documentation of a proceeding. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Minutes is a legal documentation of a proceeding. Why are these minutes missing? It's the hijacking of the nation. The reason that these minutes are missing is because the prophet may have said something that somebody don't want you to hear. Minutes are always in a book. It's not, come on, man. Come on, man. Minutes are always in the book. Exactly. Woods Hill say if you ask about the minutes, you only get the minutes for 28, 29 conventions. Man, they was having meetings all year round. All year round. Why are these minutes missing? Because minutes is a legal recordation of a proceeding. And they can be used to be held up in court. You know why you don't see these minutes? Talk to me I want to say what my brother what my brother in the nation said. Excuse me for a minute, I just got to say it. Talk black to me. I had to say it. My brother Eric Muhammad said, talk black to me. Honor to brother Eric Muhammad, man. That's my man. Listen. This is why I'm doing the hijacking of the nation, family. I mean, this is why I'm doing hijacking of the nation, family. Because when you ask these questions, I'm going to give you the answers. Now, I know for a fact who got them. I don't know where they're at today. I can show and prove who got them. Again, I don't know where they're at today. I can show and prove who got them at that time. You follow me? So that's the question, family. Why is this being taken from you? Because there may be something in there that you may see. And at that point, you may find out you've been living a lie. And you have been following a mystery God. You've been following a spook, and you may have been running around the desert thinking you're demonstrating the Moorish Science Temple of America organizational wise. You see? See, the Moorish Science Temple of America is not just about bettering yourself from a spiritual standpoint. It's about bettering yourself from a spiritual, economic, social, educational, and all aspects of life. You follow me? And so, if you don't understand the organizational structure of the Moorish Science Temple of America, you cannot give anybody a check and balance. For example, if you have seen the minutes from when the prophet was in the flesh of every meeting, if someone was going contrary to that, guess what? You say, oh no, in the minutes on June such and such, 1928, this was done this way. Why are we doing it that way? You see? So when the minutes are gone, it takes your power to even ask a question, because now you join the Moorish Science Temple of America and you see people demonstrating something, and there's no way that you can do a check and balance, because this is just what it is and you have nothing to measure it against. So you begin to follow man instead of following the prophet of Allah. And this is where we fail. You begin to follow man instead of following the prophet of Allah, because you don't know what to measure what this man is teaching you. You don't have nothing to measure it against. And this is why we are doing the hijacking of the nation, so we can get to the point, so we can have something to measure what we have been taught against. Many people is not going to like it. They'll get over it. They'll be all right. You know what I mean? Hey, they toast may still get buttered, because people still love personality. You know what I mean? They still love personality. But family, if you're interested, you definitely can get your ticket. You know what I mean? And this is a lecture. So I'm going to be talking. I'm going to be answering questions. And then we're going to go into a presentation PowerPoint. In other words, I'm going to start talking and give you the outline. And then we're going to move into some questions, which off the fly, I may not be able to show the proof. I may just have to respond, but I may have to just give you rational understanding, and then maybe I can forward you documentation on the proof, because some people be asking some wild questions. You know what I mean? Which they're valuable questions, because a lot of these questions I can prove my answer, but I don't know what to expect. And that's the difference between me and everybody else. I'll take any question. It don't matter to me. I just want people to get the truth. But if you are unable to be at 5445 Germantown Ave this Saturday, you can get the live stream. The live stream by Cash App at Noble Temples. You can get the live stream. And family, I don't think you'll be disappointed. But what you're doing is you're also helping to support us building on the ground and around the country. That's what we're working towards. It's a process. It's definitely a process. You know what I mean? But with that being said, so let's see what we just talked about. We talk about the minutes. Oh, before we get away from the minutes, let me point out one serious one that we should look at, that we might never consider. But I'm going to help you to consider it today. If you're a Moorish American, you may never consider this, but you can consider it today. We read this all the time, and we read it for various reasons. But that it was a meeting right here. The Moorish Science Temple of America do solemnly swear that at a meeting of the members of the Noble Drali, Meliel, da-da-da-da. Do anybody think that at this meeting there were some minutes? I can tell you there is. I can tell you at this meeting where we talk about our authority that there were some minutes. Anybody seen them? Why you don't see them minutes? Why? Who hit them? And why? I'm trying to tell you, family. Man, are we really interested to seeing what our movement looked like during the time of the prophet? Because many of us, we don't have a clue. You know what I mean? Many of us don't have a clue. Many of us don't have a clue. We've been misled by turbans and fezzes once again. I mean, we've been misled by turbans and fezzes once again. But why not these minutes are available? Why they're not available? Because there's something in the minutes that will rain on your parade of what you think you've been demonstrating, called the Moorish Science Temple of America. And in this meeting, you best believe it was some minutes. You best believe. This was the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Best believe. So, let's move to the next. What else I got here? Now, this is a doozy. All right? This is a doozy. All right? I'm about to give you a doozy. Let me see. And then I'm gonna open the lines up. We're gonna open the lines up. Let me see what I got. Okay. If you claim to be the original Moorish Science Temple of America, I ask, where are all the artifacts? Original from Temple 1. I'm not talking about everybody got a Xerox copy. Where is the original Quran that sit on the podium at Temple number 1? See, y'all ain't got original nothing, seem like it. Y'all ain't got original nothing and calling yourself the original. Y'all ain't got original nothing from Temple number 1, but calling yourself original. Where is the original Qurans that was sold or given away at 1928 convention? Where is the divine constitution? Sorry for my misspelling. Sorry for my typo in constitution. I know how I spell it. Where's the original Quran? Where's the original questionnaire? If you say that you are the authority and that you never had a broken chain, that you have never ever broke, it was never broken, that you are the original inheritor of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I mean, where is, let me fix that for somebody try to clown me. Let me fix this real quick. Where is the original divine constitution and bylaws I mean, where is it? Where is the original divine constitution and bylaws? Oh, I got an M on that. Where's the original questionnaire? And where's the original? Just one. The prophet owned a printing press. Can you produce one? Can you produce one? Anybody. If you are the original, that should be easy. If you are the original. Everything should have been passed down to you. I mean, I'm telling you, listen, if you go to any society, you go to any organization, I don't care if it's McDonald's can show you artifacts from when McDonald's started in Los Angeles, I think it was. Wendy's can show you artifacts from when it started in in I think it was Ohio. You can't show us nothing? Not nothing? Nothing original. You can't show us nothing. And now because you say that you are legitimately the original, that we are supposed to go for this. Because you said it. You know what I mean? Because you said it, now we supposed to go for this. But now you got to bring something to the table now. You got to bring something to the table. Because we in limbo. We ain't living right. This Moorish Science Temple of America that's been on the ground is not the Moorish Science Temple of America that my prophet founded. Because if it was, we'd be doing what our prophet did, and we'll be having the successes that our prophet had. So something ain't right. You know what I mean? Something ain't right. And nobody wants to step up to the plate and deal with it. You know what I mean? Why don't nobody want to deal with it? We scared of truth. Are we scared of truth? Is that what we saying? We scared of truth. We don't want to ask nobody. See, this is the thing. Hold up. See, this is the thing. The worst thing that you can do, right? And I'm going to tell you who did this. Y'all can get mad at him in a minute. Hold on. The worst thing that you can do is, one second, let me open this bag up. The worst thing that you can do for your brother Ta'aka Bey, let me tell you something. The worst thing you can do is challenge me. I'm very competitive. You feel me? I'm very competitive. You know what I mean? And because I'm so competitive, I'm telling you, I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose. The problem with most people, let me tell you something. I come from a place where as though I get so excited because of my energy, right? I get so excited. I might misspell a word. I may not seem to be as articulate because I'll butcher a word. But let me tell you something. My intellect and intelligence is beyond me. Some of the research that I do, I be like, whoa, how did I stumble upon that? And some of the things that I find and I put the pieces together so I can see how the prophet movement look, I be like blown away. And I'm just not telling you this for YouTube. I got people around me every day that can vouch for this. I'm like this 24/7. I don't do this on YouTube and then go to the bar. I don't do this on YouTube and go to the club. I don't do this like my mother, my sister, my whole world is this. Like I can't turn it on and off. And this is why I have so much confidence in the research, because this is what I am. This is what I am. I'm not making this up. I'm not all hyper just because I want to entertain you. This is me. And I'm saying, if we want to get this right, we got to find out what happened. Do we really want to get the Moorish Science Temple of America idealistically right? Do we really want to? Family, do we really want to get the Moorish Science Temple of America right? Because if we do, it's time for us to address the inconsistencies that we've been taught over the years and find out how we can put it on the same footing that the prophet left it. Listen, let me give you an example. I remember when I was growing up, right? and we used to hang out. And late at night, we used to watch the police leave Dunkin' Donuts. So we can go into Dunkin' Donuts and chill out. It might be cold. We might want to get some hot chocolate or something, eat a few donuts because we out all night. And Dunkin' Donuts used to open all night, right? But, man, sometimes we used to be waiting because Dunkin' Donuts was like when we left from the basketball court from my neighborhood called Parole at that time, we would go to the street and we would look. We see them police cars like, man, all right, we going back over court. And so, in other words, Dunkin' Donuts was like super popular then. And, man, my grandmother used to send me to Dunkin' Donuts to get them jelly donuts, you know what I mean, and all of that. But Dunkin' Donuts was like crazy popular because they had the donuts coming off the fresh little roll thing, dropping in that grease, probably was lard. But anyway, it would drop in that demonstration, you know what I mean? But they was like mad popular. Bottom line is this. Dunkin' Donuts took a fall. During the 90s and the 2000s, Dunkin' Donuts just took a plump. It took a fall. But today, when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, it's back popping again. And I ask myself, how did Dunkin' Donuts get back popping? They jumping right now. Most of them are ran by Indians or Pakistanians. And I'm like, wow, they jumping. I mean, the line in the morning at the drive-thru around the corner, inside the line long, but their service is pretty fast. Bottom line is this. I researched why Dunkin' Donuts or how Dunkin' Donuts begin to turn themselves around. One of the first things they did, they changed the CEO, they changed the CFO, and they looked at the market of today, and they looked at the successes of yesterday, and they looked at the errors of yesterday. And they put a whole new team together, and then they began to market themselves in certain markets. When you know business is talking about certain markets. So it could be the Midwest market, could be the East Coast market, could be the down south market, could be the out west market. They begin to market themselves in certain markets with this new building design, these new menu choices, and before you know it, they had a new blend of coffee through the roof. And so as the Moorish Science Temple of America, under whomever leadership, we already know that much of what the prophet demonstrated, the successes, we don't see. And so we must look at the successes as well as the failures. But most importantly, we got to ask ourselves, is this misguidance by design? And we have to face the hard facts. Like I said, if you don't have the original minutes, you know what I mean? If you don't have the original minutes from temple meetings, but you claim to be the original, something ain't right. Something is not right. Because I will guarantee you, Dunkin' Donuts have the original reports from its inception. I would almost guarantee you. I will guarantee you these old churches, they got the same thing from its inception. So the bad part is, like I was saying before, the bad part is when somebody asks me, who gave you authority? What? You didn't ask the wrong person that. Y'all can blame Braswell Bay for that. Y'all can blame him for that. Now, last but not least, family. Oh, no, I got one more. I got two more. Matter of fact. Now, I want to ask y'all this. Family. prophets' cars? Where are the cars at? Where are the cars? We know the prophet had a car. How do we know? Noble Drew Ali, prophet founder, head of the Moorish National Divine Movement, have returned to the city after extending visit in the South. Prophet Ali motored, back then that meant driving, from Chicago to Atlanta, Georgia, where he spent a few hours visiting Marcus Garvey. He motored. So I asked. We always talk about his chauffeur, John Givens L. Huh? We always talk about his chauffeur, John Givens L. Where's his automobiles? If you are the original and you are the inheritor, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is known to make a statement, put everything in the temple name. Where are the records of what was in the temple name? Where is it? Put everything in the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America. If that was the prophet's law, where can we find these records? Family, it's been a whole bunch of stuff that, man, listen, this thing is bigger than what y'all talking about infiltration. Family, this is a whole new thing going on here. You know what I mean? Nobody have one clue what happened to 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of metal? Nobody? Nothing? Nothing? Family, all of this is for a reason, family. And let me tell you something. One of the main things, you know what I mean? One of the main things that you have to understand is that all of this plays a part in blurring the lines as it relates to the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is why Moorish nationals can come in and do and say what they want on the internet, because most people don't have anything to measure it against. Most people don't have nothing to measure it against. And those who do, if they speak on it, it might blow their cover. So, if you say, where the prophet's cars, and you find out that someone took these cars without, use the word authority, and you are associated, whether it was Meliel, Kirkman Bey, what's the guy named Aaron Payne. But the point of the matter is, if you claim to be the original inheritor of Temple Number 1, then you should have some information. These are 5 questions. Family, press 1 if you think that these are some legitimate questions. If you claim to be original Moorish Science Temple of America. If you claim to be the original, aren't these some legitimate, reasonable questions? Press 1. I think these are very legitimate, reasonable questions. And we should have some legitimate answers. And this is the purpose why I'm doing this hijacking of a nation, family, because we need real answers in real time. Now, family, I'm going to show you one last one real quick. Thank you, family. I thought they was legitimate. I think people think I just be making a Moorish World TV program. But now, let me show you the last one, and then I'm gonna address Sadiq L, whoever that is. These are legitimate questions. I appreciate you. But now, let me do this. Family, last but not least, are you aware that, one second, are you aware that no one has an original charter of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And when I say, I want to say clear. I want to say clear. No one has an original charter from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali signed by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Where is the original charter signed by Prophet Noble Drew Ali? I bet you we can find the original Declaration of Independence. I bet you we can find the original Constitution. They are older than the Moorish Temple of America. Why don't we have Temple Number 1 Charter, original with Prophet Noble Drew Ali's signature? Matter of fact, why we ain't even got a photocopy? Why? Oh, I know what somebody gonna say. I know what somebody gonna say. Oh, Braswell Bay do. No, he don't. No one has it. No one. I know a possibility who took it. I mean, no one has it. Sadiq Ill, you on the right path now, big buddy? They was taken before that convention, but you on the right path, brother. But the point of the matter is, if you claim to be the original, why at Temple Number 1 of your organization, you don't have the Charter of Prophet Noble Drew Ali on your wall? Why is that? Because somebody playing games. And if somebody confiscated the original charters, why? Why would you confiscate original charters? I think these are legitimate questions. And any faithful Moorish American should ask these questions. If you're serious about the Moorish Science Temple of America and perpetuating the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you should have these inquiries. And that's only if you're serious. Now, if you're not serious about it, and you just want to play Moorish science and you don't want to evolve into the Moorish society or the Moorish nation, with all the bells and whistles of a nation, then, hey, just go with the flow. But I don't want to go with the flow. I don't want to spend my life in the blind and see facts and see truth and ignore it. I could have stayed in the church. Oh, Jesus coming in the year 2000. He don't come. Well, we misread it. He'll be in 2011. We misread it again. You follow me? I could have stayed in an illusion. You know what? I done killed 5 people, murdered 6 people. Lord forgive me. I'm good. I'm good. Man, you can say what you want. Jesus forgave me. Care what you talking about. I can stay in that illusion. That's the same illusion where we are looking at something. We know it ain't right, but we stick with the illusion. Why do we stick with the illusion? I don't understand. And somebody got the nerve to ask me how I'm moving like the noble temples? Because Prophet Noble Drew Ali was noble. And it's a noble thing to do. To look at the Prophet's movement, verify it by verifiable information, and move on it. So we can have the success and the blessing that the Moors had then. So in reality, family, there is no original charters from Temple Number 1 with the prophet's signature. Not in the public. They might be buried somewhere. So this gives the people the ability to make charters like this. Now we know what they look like. Give people the ability, and then to forge the prophet's signature. Y'all see that? Look at that. This is how crazy we are. They think it's some power in this stuff. You know what I mean? This is how crazy we are. Let me show you something. 1 second. They took the prophet's signature, right, off another document and put it on theirs. And this document and this charter is not even close to what the prophet charter looked like. Not even close. Oh, because we know what the prophet charter looked like. Baliel, Braswell Bay had the original, but they're not signed by the prophet. You follow me? They just not signed by the prophet. But we know what it looked like, you know? So, and it gives people the ability, to just keep on doing what they do. Some of the charters, listen, some of the charters that you see, the wording is different from the prophet's charter. Some of the wording is off, you know. And now I'm not saying that it's all the power is in the work. Words, action, and deeds. That's where the power lies. You know what I mean? You can go print out a charter. Most people got charters from Kinko's anyway. And they don't know how to activate that charter. Whether it be that fake stuff Arnell Bay talk about, whether it be people running around calling themselves sheikesses and claiming to be head of this and claim to be that, supreme grand this and supreme grand that, don't even know the structure. That's right, Johnson, because I'm confused. How can a person have the original but don't have the original? No, listen to what I'm saying. Baliel, I want you to push 1 if you understand me. Baliel and Braswell Bay has original tattered up charter. You follow me? But these charters that they have was not signed by the prophet. They were discarded charters. They was discarded. Baliel had those charters in some boxes. They were discarded. And there was 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? There was 2 of them. Braswell Bay took, no, it was like 3, but Braswell Bay took like 2 of them when he left. And he has 1, and matter of fact, they were also emailing, and those was actually Emeliel charters. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it was original prophet charters in pristine condition with the prophet's signatures. They were discarded charters that Baliel actually was in possession of. But they had no signatures on them. They was all tattered up. They in horrible condition. But they wasn't meant to be used. You follow me? They was just discarded. They was tossed away. It's like when some people read letters from the prophet, some of these letters was discarded letters. Because you can compare one letter to the actual finished letter. If you have that much research. If you have that much research, you can compare the two. But yeah, these was discarded charters. These was not charters hanging on any wall. You follow me? They wasn't hanging on it. And it was only like 2 or 3 of them. And those was in possession by possession from Baliel. And when Braswell Bay moved in his direction, he took, I think, 2 of them. I think he took a blank one and he took 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. You know? And matter of fact, the reason why we knew that it was Emeliel charter is because if you know what you're looking at and you go and look at this presentation, right? Emeliel charters actually had a strike on it, where in the letter Emeliel said the Prophet Noble Drew Ali told me to go around and strike the charters. And the original charters was the Moorish Science Temple, the Moorish Holy Temple of Science of the world. And when he told Emeliel to strike the charters, he took a piece of paper and on it said Moorish Science Temple of America and went over top of it. Now, they didn't produce new charters. They only strike the charters. And there's a degree behind that too. And when they struck the charters actually, this is why, let me show it to you real quick. This is why you see the charters like this with the bubble letters. See that charter right there with the bubble letters? The reason why you see them bubble letters like that, because when Emeliel went and strike the charters, that the strike had these bubble letters on it. But now let me tell you something. The original had the Moorish Holy Temple of Science of the world. Those charters had Old English letters. You see what I'm saying? Had Old English letters. But it's a degree behind that. See, when he covered them charters up, the Prophet had a printing press. He could have changed the charter. He could have changed the charter. He could have printed all new charters. But he didn't say that. He said, I need you to go and strike all the charters. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, listen, man, it's so much. Our prophet was divine. And he moved in a divine way where you will have to really follow his steps to see exactly what's happening. If not, you're going to get caught up in the confusion. See, I was on that merry-go-round before. I was on that merry-go-round. I chose to get off. But now, let me share something with the brother real quick. Now, brother, this is for Sadiq L. All right? I'm going to just share one thing with you. Let me pull up this file real quick. Y'all all right? Hey, can I get a thumbs up? Y'all think this is a pretty good presentation tonight? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a 1 or something. Let me know I'm doing something right. Let me know I'm doing something right. All right, let me pull something up for this brother real quick so I can get up out of here. All right. So, hold up. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Islam, family. So look. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing because I'm going to share something for you. Okay. Hold tight. I'm going to share this with you. And I ain't going to give you much. One thing that can... Where you at? All right. I'm going to show you something anyway. I show it to the other people. You know what I mean? Shout out to Wade Pay 73, Brother Fenty Bay for the financial support for the channel. But let me try to pull this up for this brother real quick. I'm doing it on the fly. What'd I do? That ain't it. I don't need that. I'm trying to do it on the fly real quick. Let me try it again. All right. Let me see. Myth. Okay. No. I want to pull out one thing for you. And then I need you to, I can say it without pulling it up, actually. You know what I mean? I can actually say it without pulling it up. I'm going to pull up something light for you. But I can't give it all to you real quick. All right. I'm going to give you something light. Let me just ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question real quick because I can't find what... All right. show you something light. Here it comes. Are you there? Brother D. Jackson Bay, good looking family. Are you there? So here we go. I'm about to show you something light. So Sadiq Hill, this is what I have to ask you. Hold up. This is what I have to ask you, family. And this is the bomb that I'm about to. Oh man, what'd I do? All right, this is the bomb that I'm about to drop for you. 822, bam. All right, here we go. All right. All right. Now, what you're about to see right here is a court case. All right? What you see right here is a court case. Some people have seen it. But I'm going to just show you how a rational mind thinks and an irrational mind thinks. What you seeing right here. That's right, Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock from the village, man. We rock with Tay-Rock on this side. That's right. But look, okay, what you're looking at is a court case. Now, in this court case, you will read Moorish Science Temple of America, Inc., a corporation, versus E. Meliel. And there's a case number there. And when you read this court case, you know that Kirkman Bay filed a case against E. Meliel under the name Moorish Science Temple of America, a corporation. He filed this case to basically try to get a cease and desist that he was the rightful heir of the Moorish Science Temple of America. But that's something small. That's something small. But the big thing is this. Do you know who won the case? Do you know who won the case? And what year was that? Family, E. Meliel won the case. E. Meliel was considered the sole authority of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the religious corporation and society. He won the case. Now, the question would ask, how can somebody have something unbroken if they was not considered the original authority of the religious society or the religious corporation? That's just a piece of it. I can give you the rest of it. That's just a rhetorical question. You ain't even have to answer that. Because to be the original, and this is a court case that can be found, it's broken at the court case when it was determined that E. Meliel was the head and the heir of the Moorish Science Temple of America, a corporation or religious society. Where you at? Are you still with me? Are you still with me? Where you at, Sadiq L? Where, are y'all still with me? Is the show over? Let me check my feed. Is the live stream still working? Is the live stream still working? Where everybody at? Listen, if you are the original from 1926 and hold the original from 1926, how in the world that it was determined that the authority and the authentic hid, and this is taking no shots, this is history. It was determined that Emilio was the head. Woods Hill, me and you work together, brother. Brother, something hasn't changed. This is what we got to understand. The spirit hasn't changed. Listen, the spirit has not changed. People are not going to work together on something that's not divine. We have to move on the divine plan of the ages. I can work with you giving people sandwiches. I can work with you giving people some clothes. But on the divine plan of the ages, now we got to stick to the script according to the prophet, or we all lost. If we don't stick to the script of the divine plan of the ages, so we can metamorphose into a nation, that's what we have to stick with. And that's what I'm saying. We cannot overlook that our plan is a divine plan. We can't overlook that. No. But the holding did not determine who is the head. Yes, it did. I just showed you the court case. That court case don't even do that. No. It was determined who was the head, but the holding did not determine who was the head. Yes, it did. You want the baby? You want to call me out? You make a donation, I prove you wrong? You want to make a donation, I prove you wrong? I got more documentation, right? You know that, right? You know I got more documentation. You notice I just sliced half of the page. Honor to serve and collected. Honor to Akhenaten. Thanks for your support. This is not to come at anybody. This is we want to try to get it right. Don't we? Do we want to try to get it right or not? Do we want the Prophets organization right? Or do we just want to forget about it? Are we going to try to get the Prophet organization right, or are we going to forget about it? I want to do it like the Prophet did it. I need to make a song. I need to start singing gospel or something. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. I don't want to do it like you, because it ain't get us nowhere true. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. Sing with me. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. I don't want to do it like you, because it don't do what it do. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. I make a Moorish gospel group. That's right. Called the Nobles. Let me see. The Nobles, yeah. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. And family, at the end of the day, right? Yeah. That's right, Woods Hill. I call Pupa Hill. I want to do it like the Prophet did it. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, family, I hope I see y'all. I hope y'all see y'all on Saturday. If not, again, you are welcome to get the live stream. But let me tell you something. I actually have the I actually do have. It says sex with chocolate. We the Nobles, but I actually do have more than that. I actually have the whole case. You feel me? And it's a few other people, that actually have the whole case. They know this. That boy good. But I don't think people see the significance in trying to do it like the Prophet did it. because they don't believe that it's a saving power in doing it like the prophet did it. They think they can make adjustments. They think they can make alterations and they still receive the same benefit. But I don't agree with that. But that's me. I believe that the structure must be manifested the way the prophet laid it out. You know what I mean? I believe that the structure that the prophet laid out is divine, and we must demonstrate it in that way. So family, in closing, that's how they do. In closing, I say, if you ain't doing nothing, you know you ain't doing nothing anyway. Join me, honor to my brother Lattimore Bay. Y'all being nice to me, man. Y'all being very gracious to me. I appreciate y'all, family, because I do put in a lot of work, get this information together. But I don't charge for the information. But I am trying to build on the ground. This takes a lot from the family too. You know, I haven't eaten dinner. I gotta eat dinner. You know what I mean? Sister always talking about you ain't eat yet. I think, hey, look, you don't take care of yourself. That's what she say to me. Y'all understand that? She do. You ain't eating. You know what I mean? That's what she say to me. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, you know what? Another thing I wanted to say to you? I wanted to say this. I have one more thing I wanted to say. Let me pull this up real quick. Family. Where this was an ad in the paper coming out of Philadelphia. Hear, oh hear, all ye nations. I, your prophet, comes with salvation and peace for you. Come now before it's too late. I can help you. Don't delay. Come now. There will be a mass meeting at the Moorish Science Temple of America, number 11, at 817 South Broad Street, the northeast corner of Broad and Christian Street, Sunday afternoon, November the 18th, 1928, at 3 o'clock, and evening at 8 o'clock. The great prophet Noble Drew Ali will be the chief speaker. There will be other speakers from the Chicago and other temples who will assist in the chief message of the day. His subject will be mostly on our standing within the United States now and what steps to take next for our future success. Family, where are those minutes at? It's unbroken. Where are those minutes? You know what I mean? Where are those minutes? Hey, John Miles, you can call here right here real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you the number. Matter of fact, hold up. I might call you. Let me get John Miles on the line. He want me to call him. Okay. We're gonna take one call. That's right. Praise the Lord. Serving and collecting. That's my guy, man. That's the type of boy we need. That boy will just be, he be grinding in the background and make it happen. Hold up. All right, here we go. Let me call this brother real quick. Come on, brother. You told me call you. Islam, brother. You told me call you. I thought you was going to boof on me or just leave me hanging. I'm brother Hijacking Bay. You know that, right?
Well, I know. It's going with you, brother.
It's not my brother. I'm just playing. Who are you and where you calling from, brother? Let the people know.
Ensign Grove, Ensign Monroe, Ensign Clarity.
Uh-oh. Hey, bro, you right around the corner from the temple, so I know you coming up.
Yes, sir. Oh, I just had a major operation. I'm grounded. I went on Holloman, Fulton and Holloman in Mosier Street, and I went looking. That's all I'm gonna say. I couldn't find it.
No.
I went looking right after I got out of the hospital. I went looking.
But listen, I'm right. I'm on the other side. I think I'm on the other side of shoot. Nah, you close. You said Emerson. So I'm
No,
up.
I'm from Monroe.
Emerson and Monroe. All right,
He was
man.
in
You
the
know,
office. He was in Fulton.
man, listen. I'm on Fulton and Harlem. The in
I
building.
was right there, right across from the elementary school that I went to school to. I was
Yeah.
right there in the building.
Bro,
I was right there.
brother, right there. I'll be there tomorrow at 7:30. You know what I mean? We're not officially open until October, but we do hold meetings there periodically as we move to finishing up small little touch-ups. And we're going to open on October the 15th because that was the day that the prophet dedicated temple number 1 to the Moors.
I did John Hopkins at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
They just put contact lenses on my eyes.
Well, brother, you know where I'm at now.
I'm gonna do it now.
638
It's
North
a lot.
Fulton Avenue. When you come up Emerson Avenue, you make the last building on the end. Matter of fact, the flags will be up. It's been raining, so the flags ain't been up. But nevertheless, it's the last one. And if you come down there after 7:30, you gonna hear me hooping, hollering with that gospel.
Right. It's the plan of the ages, right?
Right.
Let's only address, right, what Noble Ali done, right? What made him so successful, right? The problem is, in the industrial act of the people that Noble Ali was dealing with, they had a background, expertise, and knowledge. See, people think that we was lacking and insufficient in certain areas, but we was already developed back then. And so the people that Noble Ali good was people that were being broken creatures. See, most of the people now can try to lock them to the wall, and they can take care of themselves. So when we dealing with the industrial act of nation building, we dealing with first stage of society. We dealing with the Brian Husbandry Foundation.
Right.
People don't understand what Noble Ali brought them. The first stage of civilization. How a man set his table, how they set the altar for a lost son of the idol. They don't know it. The industrial act of the people is husbandry. That's the key to civilization. Husbands come and get your title. When Noble Ali tell the men to come and get their title and set the table, that's what stops the movement. That's what drew everybody to it. That was our empowerment right there. People don't understand it. See, you want a village, but you got to be able to finance it to an industry. The marketplace, if we want to outshare the marketplace, we got to go back to the Husbandry Foundation to get it.
But you know what, brother? Can I add on with you and build with you for a second?
Please.
The thing is, like, I'm doing this lecture called The Hijacking of the Nation, What Happened to the Moorish Temple of America. You know, and I agree with you. Whether our brothers and sisters was of substandard education or of minimal education, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali gave them something that they could see and that they could believe in, and it could transform into faith. You know, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali painted a picture of what success looked like, and they could visualize it. But now, the hijacking of the nation, where this, what people will call infiltration and what I will call a lot of misinformation, now this information is so clouded and it's so ambiguous that don't nobody know how to move. For example, if you had Prophet Noble Drew Ali starting a printing press, you know what I mean, to create the Moorish God. He also selling oil teas and compounds. He also selling books, literature, whatever the case may be. And he's teaching people in the temple 5 days. The temple is open 7 days a week. He's teaching on Friday starting at 2:30 in the evening, then 6:30, then at 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. He's doing all of this, right? That would compel those that's with him to move like the leader. In today's world, everybody's working for Rome, so they can't work for the temple.
Everybody went in the UCC with a business ID number, DUNS number. Everybody want to be the chief.
There you go. And so they have no example to follow. And so now what happens is they're following the example. What you see in the Moorish Science Temple of America, regardless of what body, you see the example of leadership. That's what you see. You know what I mean? Regardless, like, we can't run from that. If you want the success of the prophets, the leader's going to have to be like the prophet.
And look, the prophet came in husbandry, right? Cain was the husband, Abraham was the husband, Noah was the husband, all of them was the husbandman, right? I came under 10 they were ill, but I studied under all of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all studied under them. And we was in Maryland, we studied under those two people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
We was in Maryland, we studied under those two brothers.
That's right. That's why
I studied Painkiller Bay, Butler Bay. You know what I'm saying? I studied under all of them.
And let me tell you something.
I
Hey, bro.
studied, yeah.
Brother, we got a familiar history together. Me and a brother was talking about Hayes Sample Bay the other day, the communication commission office. But let me tell you something. Because I'm doing this presentation, most people would think that I'm trying to take a shot at people. What I'm trying to get to is the raw history. Because I'm going to tell you something. Allah he was a vanguard for the movement. He stood up and fought everybody that came at him head on. Head on.
Him and Harvey Hill blindfolded me.
Right. Islam. Yeah. But that brother there, man, you know, he deserved a story, a documentary, because one thing about him, man, I've studied the cases, I've studied the fights, I study how he put it in the prisons so people can get the message in prison. You know, man, that brother deserved high honor. But so what I'm doing is not particularly attacking anybody. I'm looking at the information and saying, let's duplicate it.
I understand fully what you're doing. I give my honest to you. It takes guts to stand up against it. It seriously do. And you're doing it in such a way where you ain't really antagonizing people. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
And let me tell you something, brother, because I may see, most likely I will see Supreme Grand Sheikh and Moderator R. at convention and press his hand. I'ma see R. Jones Bay and press his hand. It ain't, man, I'm looking at history for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it to be friends.
You bringing them out. You making them. You gonna make them hand over their briefcases. So they're gonna have to come show their evidence. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to substantiate what they was founded on, what they stood upon. It's no longer a secret. It got to come out in the open.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm going to tell you who started this. Braswell Bay. Braswell Bay asked me one day in my face, you got to stop that virtual Moorish Science Temple of America. Who gave you authority? You don't have no authority. I said, what? And now, which I already know his whole history and his whole situation, I'm saying now, you're going to have to answer up. You're going to have to answer up. Because
how can you start investigating history?
You can't deny history, especially when it's documented.
It speaks for itself. And the problem is, once you expose the hypocrisy, it's going to have to clean up itself. It's going to have to clean up itself. I'm telling you, it's going to clean up itself. I'm saying, you know what I mean? At first, I was old. It got under my skin at first, but then I sit there and listen to you, and I said, he won me over. You know what I'm saying? At first, I was going to go for the rest of them. People was calling and saying this and that, and I said, give all of them a chance, give all of them an opportunity to say what they got to say. And it's going to clean up, it's going to all clear up. You know what I mean? If somebody got an alternative motive, it's going to show itself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The people need a pattern, the people need an example, and they need the right one. Bro. They can no longer go on hearsay. So, you know what I mean? I send my high honors out to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. And I was talking about that the other night before I let you go. You know, I used to believe in some strange stuff. I used to believe that the prophet was thrown in a pyramid and came out. Like, I couldn't prove that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The prophet went to the White House and got the flag from Woodrow Wilson. I went to put the dates together.
I was with the Spootism.
Yeah, I couldn't prove none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm standing on it, though. That's right. He went and retrieved the flag. Like, what? Like, I couldn't prove it. Now, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I can't prove it, so I don't stand on it.
Hey, but brother, I do got one thing I say, because I'm going to tell you what happened. Intellectual copyright. You know, when Little John Lee said he made a mistake, he didn't want to get freeze with the rest of them, right? Two, two movements been running simultaneously. The hierarchy took intellectual copyright, promulgate and promote, right? And common man took agrarian husbandry. Little John Lee had both of them together, right? They separated it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Brother, that's just like the separation of divine creed and national principle. You know what I mean?
The rest of the domain is the ranger. Why we come together in the first place? To secure our future, right?
Absolutely.
So if we separate the method domain from our movement, which we did, we were totally civic. And with the intellectual copyright community, the scholars, right, the hierarchy, they took scholarship and they abandoned the mission itself. They started to make finances for themselves.
Indeed.
You get what I'm
Indeed.
saying?
I feel you, brother, and that's why
They separated.
on Friday,
Yeah.
early Friday, brother, I'm putting it on the ground. So if you see me, I'll probably be out and about over there by. I'm planning to be over there at Penn North around about 4:30, 5 o'clock, passing out some flyers. Got my microphone standing on my milk crate. I'm going old school like the prophet. That's right.
Do you understand what husbandry is?
Absolutely, more.
It's the white power because that's really furniture and hand pressing unity, right?
Right.
His Egyptian hieroglyphs were in pressing hands, and that's agriculture.
I-
That's the light and power of civilization. That's the backbone of civilization.
More, the prophet asked us that we should be trying to get our own acres of land for farming. The prophet said out is very powerful.
See, the people, the members of Jordan River movement, they heard it already. See, during the early time of the century, everybody was still into it. They wouldn't break it. You know what I'm saying? We was herded all the farmlands into the metropolitan city walls, which crippled us. It destroyed our economics. Then in 1938, the Bill of Negro Bill Fund, they came up with agriculture for the dark community after they severed the outsides with it. You see what I'm saying?
I got you, bro. But now let's look at this.
It took it over.
But
It
what?
took over, they took the five summers.
So how can we work together now? Like now, I know you said that you had a condition where you getting work on your eyes, but are you ready to support so we can bring it back? Your support made me, man, listen, I got 50 cents this week. Here you go. I got a broom. Here you go. I got a paintbrush. Here you go. As a matter of fact, I'm about to stand over this podium and teach these people husbandry, you know what I mean, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? What are we ready to contribute today so we can move forward to the success that the prophet had?
I'm ready, man. I'm cold.
That's right. There we go.
I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? We just got to bring the two worlds back together.
There we
You know
go.
what I'm saying? We got to bring the two worlds back together. Because they separated. Because you hear his brother say, I only did in scholarship.
Yeah,
The
man,
human flesh,
I ain't
the
with all
fallen
that.
man, let me say this. The human flesh, the fallen man, like carnal evolved evolution. And man was clothed in flesh and on a physical plane, separate, earthly, temporal. I will not be denied. By many times like Christ, I am bound down to this world's life. See, we give up our secular earthly world. See, they take the word carnal and they turn it negative when in fact it's only earthly, secular, temporal.
Hey,
You
more.
see what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you something. We demonstrate this in the temple. You know what I mean, more? You know what I mean? Like we demonstrate exactly what you talk about. The carnal is not a bad thing.
Thank you.
It just
Thank you.
we just abuse it and misuse it.
Because they don't know how to interpret the teachings. See, the poetic license inside of the literature baffles and confuses most people because they don't understand simple English.
The prophet said that. The prophet said that in one of the Emilio letters. Emilio quote the prophet. He said, if you could understand English, you would be all right.
Right.
Yeah, and that's in the Emilio letter. You know, so brother, I gotta get ready to go. But brother, 638 North Fulton Avenue. You know, matter of fact, this your number. I'm gonna lock your number down, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Even if you can't make it tomorrow, I'm looking forward to seeing you right around the corner.
You will see me.
Now you right around the corner. You in the thick of it. You right round the way where our people need to be uplifted. And that area up in Harlem Park, I'm trying to turn into the Moorish village, or we intend to turn it into our
We
own.
can put the bucket out there, and we can put the bucket out there, and we can call them all in.
Let's go, brother. Let's go, brother. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully I see you. Matter of fact, I'm going to take your number, and I'm going to text you tomorrow so you can have my number. Now. So, family, that was a pretty good call. That brother right around the corner from me. Yes, sir. Yeah, he right around the corner from me. You know, right around the corner from the temple. And that's what it's all about. Join nobletemples@gmail.com. And that brother got a lot of the same experiences that I have. Man, he got a lot of the same Moorish experiences that I have. Oh, man, I forgot the brother's name. John Miles. John Miles. I think that's what it was. John Miles. That's what it was. Miles. And I'm going to put E.A. Pulaski. That's right. E.A. Oh! Anyway, family, I'm about to get up out of here. Tomorrow's going to be a long day for me. But I'm going to get it done. Peace and love, family. Got to get it done.